Hey, that could be like a name of a guy. Unmuted Mike.
Unmuted Mike.
No, unmuted.
Unmutant?
Yeah, or maybe unmuted Mike will work too.
Okay.
This is Unmuted Mike Radio here. Anyway, but 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are now rocking with the Homeboy Etiquette podcast. It's your main man over here at the 52 HQ, passing off to my partner in crime, the motherfucking Arc Reactor.
Yo, this is Kevin the Raw representing Homeboy Etiquette here on YouTube and Twitch. Also representing KMT Games and KMT Productions here on YouTube and Twitch. So I guess I'm not going to mince words. Go ahead and get us started with what we're going to be talking today.
All right, if any of you guys are Game of Thrones fans, but hold on, just one side thing right here. Yo, if I ever, if clones and shit like that was real and scrolls and shit was real, it'd be like a secret, like a question you can ask them. Be like, I'm feeling a little bit suspicious about this, about Q. It's like, hey, what's your nickname for me? Turd? Arc Reactor, bitch. Boom! Blast his ass out the window.
Bro was like, Turd. You were so close too. Bang! shoot you
I feel so glad to comment about our friendship now. But anyway, so the topic of the day, if you're a Game of the Thrones fan, you should know Savos Davenport when he's talking to Jon Snow at the time, and Jon is taking over the fucking Night's Watch, and he's the new commander. 998th, I think, was the commander, and he says to Jon Snow, he says, "Kill the boy and let the men live." All right, so it's kind of a topic of, can you be the boy and the man? Can the boy and the man and you live at the same time? Like, as you get older, like we're in our 30s. Fuck, we're in our 30s. Like I heard one of my teammates, like the 15-year-old kid, he's just like, "Damn, Dave, you old." And I was like, I'm as old as him. What the fuck does that say about me? Shit.
I don't
little
know,
shit.
We got that Saiyan DNA, aka African DNA. Like, I mean, we don't age like that at first.
Man, African slave DNA. Motherfuckers had to work all day, all night, and motherfuckers just, that shit obviously was a benefit because genetically, passing that shit down the line, and we just a benefactor of that shit. I'm like, yo,
Jimmy the Greek.
like that shit kind of, I'm like, I'm sorry to my ancestors, like that shit sucked, but I'm damn sure not gonna take down the fucking genetic gifts that were blessed upon me. That we just got lucky to win a genetic lottery like that, where, you know, shoot, we don't age as fast as like anything like that, but hopefully our minds can catch up and we can always just now put the boy to rest and let the man be born. That's what it was.
Well, I mean, that's not necessarily the slavery thing. That's more because of like melanin content, muscle fiber density, stuff like that. Like specifically melanin, if you're talking about skin. So like skin retention and tightness lasts for a lot longer because of the melanin, and then also like we have technically slightly thicker skin, so like, you know, it helps out.
Throw your insults at us if you want to. We're thick skinned.
I got thick skin, you know.
I got thick.
But like, just like you said,
you hurt my feelings. Fuck you.
Boy into the man. Now I do have an idea about this, but before I get into that, I'm going to ask that you guys go ahead and like the video. If you have any suggestions about any topics you may want us to talk about here in the future, make sure to leave that in the comments down below as well, and or go to homeboyetiquette@gmail.com. Sub to the channel, and make sure to comment and engage with the topic, because it definitely helps. We are shadow banned because we are Black people who say the word nigga and also cuss. Both of those things get you shadow banned on YouTube. So actually, like they do. Like I started noticing, for example, like I listen to Patrice O'Neal videos. Anytime the video title even had, like, it'll say like nigga or niglet or something like that, it'll literally leave it out of the entire suggested playlist now. Like you have to literally directly search for the video. And like, so that's why people have been really trying to censor their language on YouTube now, because they've been really cracking down on it. People are getting their videos flagged from months and months ago. Shout out to Long Beach Griffey, who literally somehow got a copyright strike because he had offensive content and they made it a copyright strike against him from a video he had already gotten approved 3 months prior. So YouTube is on some shit.
Niggas saying nigga, like, fuck you.
It's like, if you're Black, you should be able to say nigga, and I should be able to use the hard ER if I want to too.
That one's still just like, here's some dude said him. I'm like, I don't know, dog. I think I gotta fight you. I think I gotta fight you. We gotta go outside. No, we gotta go outside. I don't know why, but
I should be able to say it though.
no, I'm like, even if it's a black guy, I'm like, you better be using this shit in context.
Me and my little brother use that as a joke. Like anytime that one of us seems like we're being lazy, it's just like, get up, you lazy. and we'll literally use the hard ER. You know what I'm saying? Like it's funny that word does not hurt my feelings anymore. Those times are over.
Those are fighting words.
I mean, I'm not emotional about the type of stuff, especially with the type of humor that I'm into. Like I don't, man.
I mean, all right. It depends. It better be a good goddamn joke. But I knew somebody who just said
Louis C.K. dropped the hard ER on multiple occasions.
He's Mexican.
He's half Mexican, and it still don't count. He looks like an old white man. Like
he does. He's Mexican. Man.
Joe Rogan's getting heat right now because they took all of his hard ER occurrences out of context.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they're trying to cancel Joe Rogan, and I'm just like, this nigga ain't a racist. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, that shit already came past. I was listening to Freddie Gibbs Freddie Gibbs came on the Joe Rogan podcast afterwards, like immediately after that, and he was like, "Man, fuck them. You all right, Joe? You my nigga."
Yeah, real shit. Like if you've been following Joe Rogan in his career, whether it be the podcast or all the way back to Fear Factor, his stand-up, you would and the people he associates with, friends with for decades, you would understand that the guy isn't a racist. And if you actually go to each one of those videos, and then when he actually says the word, it always has a context. It's always a negative one in terms of he's saying either it's wrong to say a word like this, or it's about the loss of freedom of speech to be able to say words like whatever.
I mean, you can say the word. It's just like,
yeah.
There's still freedom of speech. It's just that people just consequences on top of the damn thing. Just like,
court of public opinion.
Fuck public opinion. Turn off the goddamn computer, man. As soon as that shit's off, it's like, what a public opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I got you. But okay, so potentially, guys, I don't want to get your guys' hopes up, but we may have a couple of people calling into the podcast. So I'm going to be really quick and give my initial thoughts on today's topic. Can the boy and the man coexist in your life? Is that essentially what it boils down to, or how did you translate it?
Oh yeah, it's that the Davis 777 whatever the fuck nigga from Game of Thrones. He's like he says kill the boy and let the man be born. Jon Snow. It's like that, and it's like, and is it possible to have that childlikeness in you, and also just that man determination, ambition, and grit and stuff that comes with that in there? And honestly, I was thinking no for a minute, but honestly, no, I think it's possible. I think it's damn sure possible, because we're men, as even we grow, no matter what our profession is, whatever our experiences is, we still have that child like this where we can still laugh and crack jokes even when shit sucks balls.
Right. And honestly,
we should call this the We Cuss podcast, so that way YouTube be like, all right, well, this is in the title.
No, they'll just double shadow ban you. Like they're just like, okay, so you're literally going against what we like, and so we just hate you. But yeah, like I think that so I get referred to a quote. I think it's in the Bible where it says, you know, when I was a boy, I thought like a boy, I acted as a boy, and when I became a man, I left childish things behind. Right.
Damn, you know what, man? I keep wanting to flip flop on that. Was like,
but
because
go ahead.
It's like now after like it feels like, I don't know if anybody else felt this within last week, but apparently Turtle felt it, another hooligan felt it, or something. Like it feels like just something shifted.
Yes,
like something shifted. I don't know. I know something shifted with me, and I thought it was just due to relationship ending, and it was just
that was a part of it, because it was the same thing for me.
All right, so like relationship, just ending a relationship. And it's just, now I'm just like, it's just driven. It's just driven. Like I got to go put a picture of P. Diddy or Puff Daddy, whoever, you know, Sean Combs' ass on my wall, because I feel like shit. I just got to grind now. I want to grind. I'm working. I'm already planning. I got to go buy a new whiteboard for each idea that I got coming up and how to map it out and shit. And I'm just grinding. And I'm just grinding, man, and it's driven. This is just drive now. I don't even know. I'm like, what I mean, like always had it, but for now, for some reason, it's just now there's traction. It's like the wheels on the ground and the fucking vehicle is moving, and this shit is gaining traction, and it's like just. And it's like, and I'm just I'm like, man, I was like, what presented it? Because now it feels like an urgency, not even like an urgency, like I'm scared I'm gonna run out of time, some shit, but it's just now we just like I'm gonna just go get it.
Gotta go right now.
It's like an even more of a go get it. It was always there, but now like my mind is clear and it's just hustle.
No, and I agree with that. I think that to the point of the topic of the podcast, I think that there's a part of you that operates more often or in the majority as opposed to your child. So if you're looking at it from a psychology standpoint, essentially we're all just a bunch of walking children, right? Because a lot of the ways that we formed thought and our reasoning for how we see the world still go back to how they were as a kid. And sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. Because if you're having a childish view of the world and that worldview is wrong, your child is still operating out here in your daily activities. And you may not understand that your childishness is what's actually maybe hindering you or causing breakdowns in relationships or whatever, you know. But I like to refer to the first person that came to mind was George W. Bush, Jr. He has a childlike side, but apparently, the man part of him was competent enough, whether if you liked him or not, competent enough to become the president of the United States, right? But whenever you talk to George Bush, especially after he was out of office and he wrote the book and he did a bunch of interviews, he's a super like kid-like type of dude, and he's like really fun and like funny to talk to and all type of stuff like that. So it's like even there was that occurrence when there was he was making a speech and there was a angry Muslim in the crowd. And a super big insult in Islam is for a person to throw their shoes at you, right? So he was able to slip off both flip-flops and throw them straight at George Bush, while he's at the podium. And he saw the first one coming, he dodged it and ducked, and then he comes up with a smile like, "Oh, what's up?" And then he's just like, "Oh," and then he threw the second one, he's just like, "Oh," like you could tell that this guy, like he's fucking crazy, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just like, oh.
You missed me. Yeah.
That was the funniest shit. You guys have to I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. Just type in "man throws shoe at George Bush," and you'll be able to look at his face. He's having fun, all right. And you're talking about somebody whose life, especially at that time, is constantly on the line, and he's trying to make a speech about oh shit. Okay, it looks like we got them here. All right, guys, give us just a second. We're gonna have to use the headphones. We won't be able to hear them.
Oh well, damn! People on Instagram will be here. They're just gonna hear reactions.
All right, guys, hold on.
That nigga was good, bro.
All right, hold up.
Let's go with it.
Yo.
Can you hear
me? Let's go with it.
This guy's heard this.
All right. Well, yeah, they're not really going to be able to see us. We have to face that camera. Well, we won't be able to see them because we have to face that camera.
Oh, wait. They can see us through that camera.
Yeah, we can see you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Right.
But it looks like you started without us, bro. What's going on? Where we at?
Let's go ahead and introduce you for the crowd.
Okay.
Okay. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, word up. So, as you know, it's me, Hooligan the Builder, OJ the Glove, and here's my boy.
It did. What's up? My name is Atlas Nova. Just Atlas Nova on Instagram, Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Atlas Nova Peony 120.
All right, bet. All right, so now that you guys have been formally introduced, the topic for today is, can the boy and the man coexist, right? So an example would be like, can you be a man with boyish qualities, and does that really translate into how you act successfully in life?
I would have to say, if you're a man with boyish qualities, then you would not be successful in life.
Okay. Elaborate a little bit.
As far as, I mean, to be successful, you have to be a man. A boy is a boy for a reason. You have to grow into becoming a man.
Right, right.
To mature and be able to do the things you need to do. You feel me?
Correct, correct. I agree. What about you, Atlas? Do you agree?
I kind of agree the same thing. However, I do think there's certain situations where that inner child is necessary. You know what I mean? Like there's like you know, like maybe like recording music. Sometimes you want to go into that inner child. Sometimes, you know what I mean. But like you know, as far as like, you know, on your day-to-day basis, of course, like, you know, like childish, you know, behaving childishly, of course not. But you know, can they coexist? I think so. I think so. I think all of us on a daily basis kind of coexist with our inner child in some way or another. So.
Yeah, and that was actually the point I was making right as you guys were calling in, was that I think that it's kind of like a ratio where the majority of you, as you mature into a man, essentially is going to be predominantly, if you want to get anywhere in life, man, right? But then you have the inner child that, one, some people, there are certain concepts of childhood that people never grow out of. And then two, you kind of need a little bit of inner child just to be fun, you know? Because like, oh, what was that?
Oh, go ahead, finish it.
Oh yeah, no, like that was pretty much it for the most part. Like the example I was giving was like George Bush, or George W. Bush, like Jr., where, you know, obviously he had enough man in his life in order to be able to become the president of the United States. But when you talk to him and see how he actually like thinks and lives his life, he's actually like a very kind of childlike guy.
He's real childish. That's true.
And all type of shit like that. Like he's very kid-esque, even in his mannerisms. It's kind of weird.
He is, but like he got a lot of hate for that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people didn't like that.
Well, a lot of people don't like that nigga in the first place, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's my view. The reason why, nigga. All I'm saying,
I mean, well, it had more to do with us attacking a country unprovoked, but
that'll do it. That'll do it.
Yeah, like, but the way I like to look at it is kind of like, let's put it this way, like, whenever I think of myself in 100% of my madness, I'm 1000% nothing but business.
Yeah.
Right? Nothing but business, nothing but goals. Like, what do we need to do? Let's get it done. And then I go to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but a child doesn't do that. They want to go fishing. They want to go to the park. They want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there are grown men who still go fishing, who go to the park, literally joke around and make like off color jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, you're talking to the joke meister right now.
Joke meister. Oh, okay. Okay, let's bring it back to Q. What do you think about this?
Oh no, it's like I thought about this shit today. Well, I thought about the shit that came up the topic because I just noticed a shift within the last week. I don't know. I just shifted, and I just been driven, goal oriented, just driven, hustle, just work, training, side projects, starting to get everything working and organized. And I'm just like hustling, and I'm just serious now, and I was like, damn, is this gonna be me from now on? Am I not gonna be able to crack jokes? Am I gonna be able to laugh? I mean,
I want to laugh.
I mean, it's like probably just like the initiator of it is just I don't know if it just like getting out of a relationship, if it just was like a fog or a cloud and it just now the shit moved out the way, or like what was the thing you were saying about like a childhood image or something?
Oh yeah. So like in psychology, essentially a good way to look at the reason why people are the way they are is because your views about the world are formed in your childhood. And so sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. Because if you're walking around as a 35-year-old child with worldviews that were formed when you were 4 that are completely inaccurate, you're not going to understand why relationships are breaking down, why you can't
You live in a delusion.
why you're uncontrollable, or like all type of shit like that.
So I think with the breakdown of that, I think that was the last thing left over from childhood is just like having a happy, successful, just having a happy, successful relationship. And then it'd be like walking in like dogs and shit with a white picket fences. And then I was just ignoring maybe just like fighting against reality. I was like, nigga, it's like shit, I can make it. And when that shit crumbled, and then I had to like execute it. And then it's like, damn, it's like I just murdered the last of my childhood dream visions. Yeah, that shit is. I'm like,
but that brings up another point. What about people who really don't have a childhood?
Okay, so the best example personally that I've seen of this are kids who grew up in foster homes.
Yeah.
they got it bad.
Yeah, like where they don't have that parental connection that that most children develop in with their parents, where like you basically get your models for male and female and lead-ups and gossips, protection, all that type of shit from your parents. When you don't have those, immediately you're left with a sense of abandonment, right? Why wasn't I good enough? Why are my parents here? Why didn't they keep me? I know other kids have parents, right? And so there's a lot of things that wind up happening where you have to grow up fast. You realize immediately, I have to take care of myself, right? And then so your mindset shifts. So I guess to sum up the answer to your question, in my opinion, it would be if they didn't have a childhood, you'll get a Michael Jackson situation where when you're literally a grown-ass man trying to either live vicariously your childhood vicariously through other kids, or literally trying to live it literally through your own life. Because if it's gone and missing, you'll always be yearning it, you know?
I don't know, man. Gandhi was on that shit too.
And Gandhi was a racist and a pedophile. So like, I mean, yeah, he was living vicariously through some kids, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just saying, it goes down. You never know, nephew. You never know.
No. I mean, I think we have enough human history to know. Like my nigga, like if you didn't have a childhood, you're going to overcompensate for the lack of childhood in some area in your life.
Okay, so
See that? Yeah.
so there's a good childhood, there's no childhood, and then there's bad childhood.
Right. Correct.
So what about a bad childhood?
Bad childhood. So this is a question I ask myself all the time. Is it better to have no father or a bad one? Right? So in my opinion, because everything wasn't sunshine and rainbows for my shit, you know what I'm saying? Like what winds up happening with a kid is two things. If it was a bad childhood, then you're going to blame your parents, right? You're going to blame circumstances. You're going to blame God. Another way to look at it would be like, oh man, this is getting deep. All right. So when it comes to bad childhood, there's the other side of the spectrum that goes into kind of like Stockholm syndrome, where you will overlook the bad actions of said parents and only remember the good ones, but all of the traumas are still there, right?
Yep.
So This is what typically happens in two-parent households where one parent is a villain and one parent is perfect. And it's not until you get older that you realize that they're both human, they're both flawed, and they're both kind of full of shit.
But that comes with maturity.
Yeah, exactly. But like when you're living through it, you know what I mean? Like all you know is that mom is good and dad is bad, or dad is good and mom is bad. And you'll look for any reason that you can to reinforce that, because there has to be a villain and there has to be an angel. Like, because our minds are too simple at that point. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have complex thought.
Captain America, Red Skull.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, mommy.
Mommy said, oh, no. Like, yeah, but yeah, like, so that would be my answer to the question. Atlas, do you have any comments on that? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I was about the part where we was talking about would it be better to not have a dad in the home, or would it not better to have a dad or just to have a bad dad?
Bad dad versus no dad.
Yeah, bad dad versus no dad. For me, I think. For me, I think to be honest, I think like he's in your life, but he's a bad dad. What would be like the definition of a bad dad? How you define that?
So I guess it comes down to the individual, but I guess let's I'll use my own life, all right? Because
if he's in the kid's life inherently, you know, he's some sort of good dad.
Yeah, and like you know what I mean? Because like, and that's what I'm saying is that like these definitions change as you age, you know. But when you're a kid, just kind of going through it, I'll use my own life as an example.
Okay.
So for example, I thought initially he was bad dad. Wasn't very present. Was addicted to drugs for a while. Like constant arguments between my parents. And then it would come down to the point in drug addiction where like you wouldn't know if you came home from school in elementary school if all the shit in the house was going to be sold for drugs. You know what I mean? And like, so as a kid, me personally, I was like, this is bad dad and mom's the victim.
Right. Cool.
I grow up and I realized that my mom is a fucking cunt.
Like Julion's eyes just went up. He's like, I'm not saying this shit about my mom. I want to live.
Yeah, I was like, bro.
I want to live.
Okay. Okay.
I've been to some pretty dumb places.
Let me give you something you'll understand in one sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Born and raised in Detroit, black woman.
Mm-hmm.
Aggressive as fuck.
Oh man.
I remember when I started to peel back the layers of my own bullshit on how I labeled them, I started remembering shit like every single day I came home, she was just screaming at me just for no reason, just because she was mad.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm sure it was for a reason.
She was still an angel. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I transpose that into my life, and I'm just like, shit, nigga, I might have been on drugs too, dealing with kids and that bitch. Are you fucking serious? Like, nigga. So I start to be more sympathetic towards my dad, and then I start to look at my mom more as just a regular woman. Now, I got respect for my parents, but I'm also a realist. You know what I mean? They're both just human.
I believe if you do have respect for somebody, you do take the qualities, both positive and negative. Like, I respect you, but on this part over here, yeah, you was tripping and you was slipping. But this part, good job, bro.
Yeah. Like, and I still say to this day, even though there was a lot of bad, now that I've matured and I'm older, like, it's not even necessarily that bad. It's more that when you're a kid and you're impressionable and you label things as a fucking retarded embryo fucking trying to figure out shit, then what winds up happening is you mislabel things and then you vilify people, not understanding that everybody is flawed and human. Right?
What's your point on that?
And also at the same time, you have to understand that before you reach maturity and you are a child, some part of you is depending on them to become mature.
Exactly.
Well, the whole party is dependent on that. Motherfuckers.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not an option.
That's why it's so impactful.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. Never mind. Let me take that one back. If they don't wake your ass up to go to breakfast at school, then you're gonna be starving for the day.
Oh, bro. Oh my God. Let's not get into the struggle times.
Bro, that's
Don't want to fucking.
that's one of us in this room that don't got them. Like,
Shit, Alice. All right, but the part about having a bad dad or no dad, I'll take bad.
Bad dad's worse or better than no dad.
Me too.
I would say bad dad.
I'll tell you bad dad.
Because at least
I'll
he
take-
is there, bro.
yeah.
Like,
Wait, hold on. What's
And
Terrell's point on rather have a bad
Like
dad?
go into it, Terrell or Atlas.
Well, I would say I'll take bad dad over. Well, yeah. The reason, I mean, a bad dad. I'm just saying, like, if he's bad, then I'm guessing he must be like, actually like bad, like maybe he's like abusive or actual like bad stuff. You know what I mean? But like, so if that's the case, maybe I would say no dad over a bad dad. To be honest, I mean,
I got you. Like if he's beating the shit out of you for
yeah, because like I said, if he's bad, then I'm like, what I'm saying, I'm guessing he's actually like doing actual bad shit. You know what I mean? Like,
you're gonna instill negative traits onto you.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And if that's the case, you better off just, what I'm saying, without it. Honestly, like,
I mean, technically, yeah, that's like Ouroboros, like for me. Like,
what if it was like that with the mom though? Like, what if it was like, would you rather have no mom or a good mom?
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, no mom or a bad mom.
I would.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, no mom or a bad mom.
I would have no mom. Like, and here's why. Because here's the thing. Even in the bad dad situation, there's something that you learn as a man, since we are males, on male to female dynamics. Just because he was a bad dad to you, there are traits that you pick up from him that aren't necessarily bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like,
It might be inherent for your
brothers
spouse.
talk about this concept all the time. We never got sat down. We never had like the talk about sex or anything like that. We never got told this is what it means to be a man. We've never got like none of that type of shit. But what we did pick up, and we both agreed on this, is that his traits as an actual masculine man translated to us effectively.
Mhm.
Right, for sure.
and at the end of the day, we're still alive. We made it to blackjack.
Yeah. And like, so here's the reason why I would say bad mom versus no mom. I say no mom because statistics show that single parents, like if you're going to have single parents, it's much better to have a single father than a single mother because we make better logical decisions. So a mother, like think about therapy. Like one of the main reasons that people find that they're fucked up in therapy is because of a terrible relationship with their mother.
Right.
That is number one issue. So I would venture to say, in my humble opinion, that it's better to have no mom than a bad one.
Like Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the the ghost of your mom.
Oh shit! Hold on, Alice. That is definitely a great fucking comparison.
Yeah, if he would have stayed with his mom, he would have been. His ass would have,
Oh no, I was talking about because across the street is Trey and his father.
Right.
Across the other side of the street is Doughboy and Ricky and Jack's mom, and look what happened.
Nice.
Look what I mean. Ricky luckily was an athlete, but that preferential treatment of Ricky over Doughboy is what pretty much just cemented Doughboy on that path that he was in.
Yes,
I can't get no love in this house from my mom's like, fuck this shit, dog. I get some love from the street. What's up? Oh, no. And it's like fuck, like, oh yeah, that shit. Yeah, man, you can't get no love from your mom, like some love, and it's like, yo, it'll fuck a guy up.
Well, check this out. If you think about it, because like honor's not really a feminine trait. That's something you gotta learn from a man. You know what I'm saying? So like how you guys were talking about, even if he's not the best pop or whatever like that, certain type of masculine traits will translate over to that kid or whatever. I mean, he'll still kind of like pick up like, okay, this is how I get through the world. My dad was kind of but
I don't need to be like
I do
that,
respect
but
how
I
he got through
learned
this or that. Yeah.
Or to be like another subject, like a person like he was a bad dad because he left his kid and then just didn't talk to the motherfucker for like almost fucking 20 years. So talking about Jay-Z. So his pop had left the family, just disappeared. And then, but like, luckily he had enough time of growing up with his pop where he picked up the traits. The pop had some lessons that he taught him and stuff like that. And then when he disappeared, I mean, like that absence was felt like a motherfucker. That's a bad dad move. But those traits, and it was like when he rapped about it, he said, "My mom said you're just like your father." It's like, and then shit, look at what the nigga ended up now. It's like,
that is true.
that be a bad thing?
Yeah, and yeah, like okay. So I have a question for everybody on that same tip. All right, you
Mhm.
ready? Huh?
Yeah.
What you
for sure.
mean?
All right. So, this is a subject of parents splitting, right? how do I want to word this?
I mean, if you was a kid
Like-
again, if you had to reset your child, let me see if I can think about it. See how you go about this. Like, if you can reset your childhood, and you're gonna be whatever first grade, you're going into first grade, and you have to pick a parent. And knowing what you know now, would you go with your mother or your father?
Oh, that's even.
And if it was like you have to
And it's knowing what you know now.
know what you know now.
You know now. In hindsight. Bobby?
All right, Atlas.
Okay, so Atlas.
I think I would have gone with. I probably my mom still.
Okay. I would have gone father.
Wait. Elaborate on that one. So,
Oh, okay.
pick a choice and then
Okay, my
elaborate.
bad. But Julian picks father first, and then Atlas picked mom's.
Okay.
So
all right.
I guess we got to start with Julian.
All right. Well, just because in my particular situation, the dynamic is my mother is the more masculine one, but like my dad has more masculine things to teach me. So,
Right.
yeah, like if
see
I would go with my mother, it'd just be constant smoke.
Bro, like, is she ready for action, bro?
Click.
Oh yeah. I'll say in hindsight, it was like, I had to say my dad because honestly, I would have not got. I mean, there's a lot of shit I probably wouldn't have gotten way with, and I'd have been more focused. I'd have been just stuck in. I mean, I'd have been in sports because like it was just there was a structure there. It was like a steady structure. I mean, I tested boundaries, and then boundaries tested ass cheeks.
Oh shit.
And it was like the time I spent with my dad as a kid, and then when I came back to Denver, it was like those times carried me through those tough years with my mother, and it was like just that. It was just like cemented in my brain. So at least like I had an idea of what to do as a man. So it was like just wake up, get dressed, get the kid dressed, go to work, drop the kid off at the babysitter's, go to school, go to work, pay the bills, make sure if there's food in the fridge. Like handled. He didn't have to give me a hug or nothing, but like I just watched my dad growing up a little, and then just picked up stuff just by watching him.
Yes. All right, and I don't think Atlas elaborated on why he chose moms, and then I'll be after you.
Well, just for me, my situation, because when my parents split, if I go back knowing what I know now about women and all that, and I would still say my mom, just because I feel like, I'm the youngest of like 5 girls or whatever. I have a lot of women in my family, and I'm the youngest, and I'm a boy. So like I grew up. Luckily for me, I feel like my position, you got a guy that'll grow up either like real kind of feminine, or he'll just, you know what I'm saying, or otherwise, I grew up just like regular. I grew up regular, not regular, but more toward the masculine side. But however, it made me kind of look at my sisters and my mom and all that later on when I started learning stuff. So I guess I can attribute to what I know right now, like learning the opposite side. I guess I learned more about women growing up because my family. But then when I started learning about manhood by myself individually growing up, it gave me that full spectrum because now I saw that, what I mean? I was able to see, both sides now. And so that's why I think it. And my dad, he was quote unquote the more masculine, but he's really a beta, you know what I'm saying? So like, what I mean? He's, what I mean? So
Man,
my mom, what I mean? She was the more submissive one, but at the same time, he wasn't all that, like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah. Okay. So that
he wasn't all that alpha and then like that.
Yeah, bro, and like which is actually kind of interesting. The reason why I chose my dad was it's kind of interesting that you say that because I feel like my dad was always an alpha and he tries his damnedest to be a beta. He really tried. Like he's
Right.
There's two type of people, right? There are people who are Bruce Banner and they try to be the Hulk. And there are people that are the Hulk and they try to be Bruce Banner.
That's right, exactly.
And my dad is the Hulk and he tries his fucking best.
He's trying to
That's interesting. That's
You know what I'm saying? And like, so the reason why I would have picked my dad was because of exactly what Hooligan just said. Now, my mom, she's chilled out a lot. You know what I mean? All of us grow, right? But she was an aggressive motherfucker. And it would have only have taken an alpha guy to keep her corralled, that monster. Right. Holistic. If she had a machine gun in both hands, she's doing this, nigga.
Oh shit!
like, bro. like that's how my mom is when she goes off. She's a Detroit chick, old school. She was raised in the church, but she got just I can't even explain it. But with my dad, it's just like what Hooligan said. He has so many lessons in terms of being a man and masculinity to teach, And as I've actually gotten closer with my dad in the past, like 5 years, because we actually started developing our relationship sometime around then.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had all this resentment, and I'm like, you hurt mom, and like before I grew into understanding,
right?
So we were kind of late on having that real heart-to-heart, man-to-man relationship. What I came to realize is exactly what I just said. We're talking about a guy who's an ex-pyro, ex-pimp, he turned Christian and turned therapist, like psychology, all this shit. He has so much to teach, right? And he never even took the time to sit me or my brother down to explain anything, and we still picked up enough to be a real ass nigga,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it's all this real ass nigginess transcends time and space, bro. Like it's that type of shit.
It is.
So I would have to choose my dad. Even understanding the past drug use, even understanding the past issues, his past anger issues, all that type of shit, I would still choose my dad because there's too much there as a man to pick up that I would be a fucking soy boy if I was with my mom, bro. Like,
however, I do think.
Wait, who do you on?
Oh, go ahead, Mark.
Oh,
no, he was. Well,
but hold on, it's like I think it's weird now that I think about it. I just thought about this shit. I had to like the way I dress now. I got a hoodie, blue jeans on, and my work boots, and it's always that's my regular outfit, daily outfit. And I didn't know where I just got it from. And then I realized I started thinking back at that. All I ever saw my dad in was hoodie.
Bro, I didn't think about that. My dad is like this.
Yeah.
Oh,
You mentioned it. Yeah.
cut
Hoodie,
off shirt.
like hoodie,
Carhartt jacket
jeans.
and some work boots and some jeans, nigga. That's childhood for me, nigga. Like,
That's what I was
yeah.
Wait,
Like,
Oh, you did.
oh man.
Yeah, ain't that some shit? Bro, genetics do not fuck around. But and I would even wager to say that if you were raised in a completely different household, you'd still be trying to wear these same kind of clothes. Like there's something called genetic memory, bro. You know what I'm saying? Where there are certain traits passed down from every generation prior.
Wait, Julian, what about you? You got?
Yeah, same thing. I don't think you heard me, but yeah. Like,
Oh, you got to say it
bro,
again.
my dad's Mexican, of course.
Uh-huh.
I remember the Carhartts, the work boots, the jeans, bro. Yeah, same shit. Nigga always smell like metal. Like,
Yeah,
bro. From what I'm told, apparently, when I was a kid, like, you know how they watching you the kid. I wouldn't like for him to do it because his hands were too rough from working. Yeah. So that's instilled in me.
Oh yeah, bro. And and as you get older, you got more Pete traits in your face. You know what I'm saying? But what about you, Atlas? Well, you said that your parents split. Did you does your dad dress a little bit like you do, or not?
Nah, not so. So my dad was a preacher, man. He's
Hey, bro.
the most I remember, my dad he would always just have a suit on or something, suit tie, I was actually just talking to Julian last night about it. I was like, yeah, my dad's trying to get on me about getting more cologne and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's how I remember. When you would go to work, I didn't see him that much because that's at that time I was splitting. I was with my mom, but he would come home and you have I don't remember what he went, but he have a lunch bucket. You know what I'm saying? He used to work at Rocky Flats, so he was working with the nuclear shit. You know what I mean? So but
okay.
I remember him. He tried to be more of a church type of dude, but in the ways that I got from him, I don't think I got. And maybe I'm saying I would still choose my mom. I think because I didn't get much from my dad. You know what I'm saying? I got one. When I was 13, my dad gave me some real ass nigga advice. And I didn't get it till I was older, but he said, Tyrell, you don't understand things with me and your mom, you're young, whatever, but you'll get it later, but you can't really trust women like you could trust men.
Big fact.
I used to, think for a minute, man, he don't trust mom or misogynist and all that shit.
Yeah, no.
And then you get older though, you feel me? You start dealing with women your own self and all type of shit. My dad, he's kind of a righteous. He tries to be a self-righteous dude, so he didn't mean no mouse with that. You start seeing what he mean, okay, women are like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So I got that from him, as far as real world moving around and shit. But and then the rest of this shit, I think probably just.
And then speaking on that, really think about it. Think back on your whole life. Who has been able to hurt you the most?
Women.
Oh,
Women
hurt you.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're savage.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yo, girl, next time a girl just says, "Who hurt you?" I'm like, here's some boxing gloves. Here's her address. If you get mad at
you did.
that woman, take out everything on her.
Bro, big facts.
I love you, mom, but it's the truth. God damn it, you.
Bro, because we're guys, and women talk in a language that goes straight to the emotional core. And when you're a child and you do not have the maturity to have logical walls built for those fucking adamantium daggers. They go straight into your fucking heart. All right? I'll never forget this. I had one day, I came home from school, and it was me and my little brother. We had to take the bus, and we came home, and the TV's missing, and all type of shit out the house is missing. Spoiler alert: my dad has sold the shit for drugs. Right? My mom gets home, immediately starts screaming at me and my little brother. Oh, what happened? What happened? I'm like, I don't know. The stuff is just going. What do you mean you don't know? And just like, where's your dad? Where's your dad? And I'm like, yo, I don't know. I didn't see him. Oh, you don't know shit, do you? And then that one line permeated for the rest of my life. God. I now have a fear of not knowing something. Yeah. Right. I now have a legitimate gut fear. I cannot be inadequate anywhere. That information.
It's so funny you said that, brother. One time,
retard.
One time I was when I was young, I was my mom was helping me do homework. And I just could not fucking get it. And I'll never forget. She called me stupid.
Yeah, shit like, bro, I just don't know.
But like she swears up and down as I got older, she never said that shit. Like but I remember that shit. Like she was so mad. She was like,
Atlas.
I remember that shit though. Like,
hold on, Atlas, repeat that. I couldn't hear you when Turtle was yelling.
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry. No, like so one time, when I was a kid, my mom was helping me do some math homework. And it was just like some parts of the homework I just, I couldn't get. And like I kept trying and she was getting frustrated. And I'll never forget, she like got mad. She was like, she called me stupid or dumb or some shit. Like she said, are you dumb?
You stupid.
And yeah, she said stupid. And like all I remember is like, as I got older, like somewhere in my teens, we would have fights. And I was like, well, you called me stupid once. She was like, Tyrell, I never called you stupid. I'm like, no. I remember. Yes, and it's like, I remember because like I don't remember shit from back then, but I remember that like specific day, night, and everything. Mm-hmm. And it was like, and so like in just in relation to what kind of you were saying, like it makes me have that feeling like, okay, like I have to like know stuff because like you kind of made me feel like, you know what I mean? But and then for her not even addressing it, like being honest about it, just trying to cover it up, like, nah, that ain't never happened. You know what I mean? Like,
That's wild, ain't it?
I'd be some real shit though, yeah.
Julian, you got anything like that?
Nigga?
So many stories.
Bro. One time when I was young, I was just hungry. And back then it was still when I was in California. And like I just remember like it was my memory is. I basically have Alzheimer's, son. Like, but I remember this. Nigga, I was hungry, bro. And like we didn't have that much food in the fridge. So like there was a block of cheese, nigga. Just a block of cheese. So I was like, man, there's only a little bit left. Maybe they want another. I grabbed the cheese and I'm eating it. I got beat like a fucking drum for that shit, nigga. Like
be like a
little harder than that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. No, I feel you, bro. And then you can look at you now and understand what happened.
Yeah, right.
Bad, except you overcompensated, and now you eat it.
My body don't work
right. God, damn, kid.
What about you, Q? What about you? You want to step to the plate?
Shit, like let me cycle through all the fucking
the roll.
Yeah, I was like, let me get.
All right. So much. All right. Okay, so Sorrel brought up the homework. She was helping me with homework. I wasn't getting it. It's like, what's this right here? This slap. All right. Cool. All right. What's the answer? And like slapping it. She's like, I'm gonna go in my room. I'm gonna give you 10 minutes. And if this answer ain't right, I'm gonna be fine. I'm sitting there panicking.
Yeah,
looking
let
at
me get
this shit.
where this ended.
Fuck. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm trying what I know. I'm trying. So, you know, come back in. You know, I didn't get it. Got my ass whooped.
Yeah,
Then here goes. Next time she goes, you know what?
that's a game over.
I'm not even gonna hit you. I'm not even gonna hit you if you get this one wrong. All right. So I like, cause I was like, cause I got up and I was a little bit edging away, and then I was like, all right, cool.
Don't run. Don't run.
Yeah, don't
Don't run.
And the funny thing about it is, so she finally like helped me all night, 6 hours. I got like an hour of sleep to go to school.
Oh god damn.
And then I turned the paper in. And next class, I get that shit back. Every answer is red.
Damn,
Oh, shit.
kid.
I remember that, Red.
Yeah, I remember the red.
I remember that, Red.
I remember the red.
Stupid. And then I brought that shit home and I just like slid it right across the table.
Didn't even brought that home.
Oh, shit.
Look at your work.
Oh, sure.
I bet that came with another 2-piece special.
No, she knew she was wrong because I would get all those
With the
answers.
whole thing.
And every last one of them was wrong.
So your mom just has to sit there, man, with
And you just traumatize your son all the way to like 5 in the morning.
Help me! Help me!
Yeah, it goes down. Okay, so that being said, a surprising percentage of us has had very traumatizing things done to us by women. In fact, 100% of us in this room.
What data are you using?
This all is data. We just spoke about it.
And it's like, imagine like your relationship with your girls or your ex-girls. And
Yeah, exactly.
and it's
Who
like,
has
you
ever
did some
your
shit.
Nick, like your homeboy? Has your homeboy ever heard you like that? Nah, you fight,
No.
you hash it out,
Right.
you're done.
Yeah, like guys are simple like that.
Says
Yeah, gotta be so, yeah, real shit, though.
man.
Bro, I still probably got exes plotting on my life as we speak. Like,
My nigga, tough man.
I'm about to go to the bar after this. I'm just looking at a girl, and this shit's just gonna take me down memory lane. I'm like, no, mama, no, mama.
yeah, right. We all traumatized twitching and shit.
Sexual perform on her to get back at mom. And no, just playing. Okay, so we're pretty much out of time here. So closing thoughts. We'll leave it up to our special guest, Hooligan and Atlas, whichever one you guys want to start. Last thoughts on the conversation.
Last thoughts. I would say that having a childhood is absolutely necessary to become a functioning member of society. That's not to mean you can't if you don't have one, but it's much more difficult.
right.
I will say that.
Okay, Atlas.
I think that kind of corresponds to what he said. As far as like, I think, you know, society heavily relies on the family dynamic, and the family dynamic heavily relies on a functional family dynamic, obviously. And so I know usually that, like you're saying, usually the men in the family is usually what bring the logistic, aspect to the relationship. And if not, then you got a bunch of emotional niggas running around making choices, fucking shit up.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Now we know in my community, all of our dudes.
Yeah, I mean, and so I enjoyed I enjoyed it. I think it's a good key point. So I enjoyed it. That was dope.
Well,
The
wrapping up.
The setup is dope.
Hold on. Let's see what he.
Okay.
Wait, what's he doing?
I don't know.
I think he went to the bathroom or something. I don't know where he went, man. He just ran.
Wait. All right. We'll give some time. All right.
Bro, okay. First off, speaking of which,
I was gonna say, you know that boy, right? Yay.
oh yeah.
Bro.
I got wait. Yeah. Make men alpha again.
Yeah,
It's the movement.
man power.
All right, we'll leave that as a closing statement. We'd like to thank our guests, our homeboys, Hooligan the Builder, and all right, introduce yourselves again.
And plugs you got.
Go ahead, kid.
My name is Atlas Nova, man. You find me at Atlas Nova Music, Atlas Nova Instagram. Atlas Nova, man.
Hey, Hooligan the Builder, aka OJ the Glove.
Hey.
Keep the motherfucking gram, G. We out here.
All right, well, it's your main man over here at the 5280Q, passing off my partner in crime, the motherfucking Arc Reactor.
Yo, this is Kemet the Raw representing Homeboy Etiquette and KMT Games here on YouTube and Twitch. Also representing KMT Productions on YouTube and Twitch. If you guys have any, make sure that you like the video. If you have not already, make sure that you sub to the channel. If you have any suggestions about any topics you want to talk about in the near future, make sure to leave that in the comments down below or go to homeboyetiquette@gmail.com. And if you have not already, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, smash that follow button. Yeah, this has actually been a very constructive conversation. I want to give a shout out to OJ the Glove, aka Hooligan, and Tyrell, aka Atlas Nova, doing the motherfucking thing. Follow them on Instagram, you goddamn degenerates. Yo, they just gave you guys A1 fucking guts, you motherfucking losers. Fuck y'all. All right, so I appreciate everybody that came through to the stream. We're gonna see you guys in the motherfucking next one. Hope to see you there. Peace.
Peace. You know what I'm saying?